Welcome back to the channel. Today what I'm going to be talking about is what are the limits to a natural weightlifter. And my answer to that is no one really knows what are the limits, what the largest size that you can get. You know, no one really knows that what's the largest arm size you can get. You know, genetics naturally have a lot to play in a lot of that. And a lot of things that would have to have a role in that is also how much time do you actually spend in the gym? How much time do you actually spend working out correctly? Doing what you're supposed to do the correct way. Working out the way you're supposed to be doing, getting your rest, and eating properly. So, do anybody really know the limitations or the greatest size of arms of a natural person? No one really can tell you that. The only way you can find out the limitations is that you actually try. You legitimately go into the gym and you actually try to see how far you can go without overdoing it, without taking yourself to excess. No one can really tell you that. And if anybody told you any different, they'll be lying to you. But at the same time, you can't really listen to a lot of those guys that are out there on gear, because they're going to have more of endurance, they're going to have more recuperative powers than you, and you really can't go off of what they're doing, because your regimen is going to be totally different from what theirs would be. And at the same time, you get a lot of folks saying, well, I can't afford a gym membership and stuff like that, when it has nothing to do with a gym membership or anything like that. Right now, I'm working out with 15-pound dumbbells and 25-pound dumbbells. So there's really no excuse to why you can't work out, because it takes minimum items to work out, and it really takes no items to work out. I mean, you still got push-ups, you still got sit-ups, you got running, you got pull-ups, you got all those other things that you can do to get your body in condition, everyday condition for a better life. And the thing about it is that by a little bit at a time. Like I said, right now I'm working out on the bench with 2 dumbbells. Had the ability to go to the gym at any time, but don't have the time to go down there today, or don't have the time to really fool around with my own personal gym, my own little weight room, because I got other things where I'm at now to do. And no matter what the circumstances are, there's always a way for you to make time to do what you got to do, if that's what you want to do. You know, if you want to reach your full potential, a lot of the excuses that you make for yourself, you have to eliminate those. Get rid of those excuses and get out there and push yourself. Then that way you can say, I spent the entire year. You know, take a whole year, you know, and push your body, and don't miss any workouts. If you got a certain way you want to look, you have to be able to look at yourself objectively and make a determination as to what body parts you need to come up, or if you are already balanced, what it is that you're going to do to try to increase the size of that body, you know, the best way you can. And the thing about it is, you know, you have to get rid of that illusion that you're going to be a 240, 250 pound ripped person. You know, you might be a big person. You might have a real good tone to you. You know, but that's the only way you're going to get that size. You can't get that size like a professional bodybuilder. You can't have that size and that definition at the same time. That's the truth. So if you don't want to live it, that's another thing that's gonna hinder you at the same time. If you caught up in the fantasy world of thinking that you can build a body like Big Raymond, you can build a body like Dexter Jackson, Ronnie Coleman. You know, you can't build those kind of bodies naturally. I don't care how much dedication you have to weightlifting, but you can build a real good body, and you can get close to a lot of the sizes of the 70s and 80s. Arnold, guys like Frank Zane, guys like Sergio Olivier. You know, you can get close to those guys' size, but you can't have a lot of the definition that you think you can have, but you can still get a lot of the size. And if you genetically have good body parts, then those body parts are going to shine even more. And those are the ones that you won't have to spend as much time working out and pushing on to make them grow, where you can concentrate more on the body parts that are not genetically gifted. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And again, I'll be talking to you later. And at the same time, I gotta finish my own workout.